places. You can see the thriving retail stuff that's coming to Cullman. So we're really excited about all of that. And it amazes me how different that shopping center looks.
Yeah, it hasn't been much change to it, and it already has a huge difference. And that's kind of impressive in terms of whoever designed it, because I saw the concept art when they originally posted it a couple years back. And, it was kind of interesting in my own head to see it where it was when it still had the Food World, or it was Food World.
Yeah, it was
Food World building
there.
And now it's got its own another half of shopping centers, and I think this design is just far better than the old one.
I agree. And in addition to just that shopping center, I can't remember the name of it, but the one that has Buffalo Wild Wings now. Buffalo Wild Wings is going to be opening, I think on Saturday, and that's exciting because that's also going to coincide with their big kickoff for Dick's Sporting Goods, September 11th, 12th and 13th. I think it's...
Yep, it's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, remember, they are hosting an event for this opening. They had a soft opening earlier this week. I actually had the chance to walk in and kind of look at some of the store. It's a great store. If you are interested, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they open it. Friday and Saturday, they open at 8. And I think Sunday, they open at 9. And with that, you can stop in the first couple of, and I apologize, I don't know the exact details. The first ever so many guests have a prize that they win, and then they're given an opportunity to go to what they call a prize locker to win something else. So, it's going to be a good turnout. They've got a ton of discounts that'll come down on that day that weren't already in the store. So it's going to have a lot of interesting things going on there. And on the opposite side of town, we've got Aspen Dental opening up now, and the new mattress store over there at the Bullseye Shopping Center.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
I know. That place has like 2 stores right now.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's what the whole building is.
That's okay though. Maybe it'll expand. But
that area within itself has expanded quite a bit. I remember when it was just a Walmart, and then it appeared overnight just a Walmart with an added movie theater and shopping center.
Speaking of Walmart, the new one on 157, I'm just really impressed and intrigued by how quickly Cullman's retail has grown over the past
to the fact that our town has now
years.
Merited 2 Walmarts, and we can all say what we want. Walmart's one of those stores that a lot of people have interesting opinions on.
Yeah.
But the fact that we have 2 now, I can't tell if I'm proud of us or scared where we're headed.
But with all of this, the job opportunities and job growth and all of those things are incredible for the area, because that's just going to help us recruit more people to the Cullman community.
Absolutely.
And the quality of life that we are already experiencing will only be enhanced with these additions. So I am definitely looking forward to seeing the developments that will be coming soon.
And with each new business we get, someone had once told me that in the next 15 to 20 years we will rival the size of Decatur if we continue the size we're going. And with this kind of development, doesn't surprise me. If we continue to develop right off the interstates there at each exit, I think we could really turn into something big here.
I agree.
And it doesn't help that, or it helps that we're the central location for a lot of different towns.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
We got all these people coming in just to work here.
That's true.
Alrighty. Well, speaking of people that we know and things in the area and businesses, select businesses do show a lot of support for the community, and ourselves included in that. And they also show a lot of support for us. And the way they do that is by offering us certain things that we like to give back to you guys for supporting us as well. And we give this support items, is what I'll call them, and in lieu, we give them to you as prizes because they've been graciously given to us by our sponsors. So let's take a look at what those prizes are for today. Alrighty, we have a day pass for 6 to the Cullman Wellness and Aquatic Center, and 1 large pizza from Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza. All right, so if you don't know how the process works, what you do is you check our Facebook page and you find out who our sponsor of the day is. Then you call us at 256-734-7399. Again, that's 256-734-7399. Tell us who that sponsor of the day was, and in turn, you win those awesome prizes. So definitely check the Facebook page. Now, you'll have one other opportunity during the show. You can't make it to Facebook, where I give a hint that can push you in the right direction. So definitely check with the show, but try to call in if you can. You don't want to miss your opportunity.
Definitely call in. So we have a very exciting guest. His name is Mr. Eddie Hand. He is the founder and publisher of Smith Lake Living magazine, and that's a wonderful publication that's local to the area. So when we come right back, we'll have him with us and we'll be talking with him.
Yep.
Fire, accident, storm. They all happen in Cullman County, and for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with companies like Auto Owners, State Auto, and Southern Guarantee. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Nelda. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on, and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
And welcome back. We have Mr. Eddie Hand with us. Like we said, he is the founder and publisher of Smith Lake Living magazine. So we are really excited to have you today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Natalie.
Of course. Now, can you tell us a little bit about Smith Lake Living if our audience out there doesn't know what exactly this publication is about?
Smith Lake Living was formed 10 years ago, and it's actually a community magazine. And the editorial content of the magazine is like special interest stories of people in the houses on the lake, and helpful facts. And helpful facts might be how to permit a dock, or boating safety, or just different helpful facts if you have a place on the lake.
Okay. Now, what inspired you to start this magazine?
Well, I had retired from local government, and I had spent 2 years being retired, and I really started it just to have something to do and to have just to have something to occupy my time. And then I started the magazine with a piece of paper and an idea, and went around to advertisers. And then after I started it, the big boom on Smith Lake happened, and it just grew from there. And we started with 4 pages of color and inside black and white, and now we have grown to like 72 pages of full color and a readership of 40,000 people.
That is incredible. And just over 10 years, wow, the growth has been, wow, incredible.
Yeah, the growth on the lake, but the real important thing is the lake has changed, and this is actually changed for the better. And this is how it's changed. You know, it's changed from just a lake house place where people had a cabin to actually a second home. And then it's changed in another venue, and that a lot of people have got their houses for lease on the lake. So it's fast becoming a vacation spot for people from out of state and basically out of country coming to Smith Lake to vacate. And another factor that's helped that is all the marinas and vendors have gone into, like, they rent boats, they rent pontoon boats, they rent paddle boards, they rent accessories. So and now we're in the stage of getting some restaurants on the lake too. So
That is
that's
definitely a need that needs to be fulfilled, is having somewhere to eat out on the lake. Smith Lake is #1 attraction in the Cullman area. It's just impacted tourism amazingly, and so yeah, I definitely think that it has changed over the years, and I agree with you.
In terms of Smith Lake food, I am excited to see Chef Troy's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah,
you,
that's real good. And Triton Marina has, the owner of Triton Marina has done an excellent job, and he's got big plans to expand that marina and make it a first-class marina. That's just on the Cullman side, and then there's other facilities on both the Winston County and the Jasper side that are just as good and just as great. And we've got major boat dealerships that's come in. This past year, you got Russell Marine that's come in, that's a big player. You got Singleton Marina that works out of Triton Marina, which is at Ryan Creek there. You got different boat dealerships around the lake now that really put an emphasis on the to come to Smith Lake to actually buy a boat too. So.
Yeah, we have so many more marinas than we ever have had before, I think, So with Russell Marina opening and all of the different things that they have to offer, it's pretty incredible, the growth that even that area has experienced.
Yeah, but there's some other things that have happened on the lake too. There's some companies now that are actually doing like concierge service, and they package anything for anybody that has a lake place. If you need your house furnished with food and that sort of thing for the weekend, they actually do that kind of stuff. So that's a different angle too. And then there's actually a lot of people that's just their business is zeroed in on the lake market.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that that's the future direction that we're going in with more growth happening out on the lake with restaurants and other establishments?
I think you're going to see a lot more traffic from outside. We got an article in this time that is it's about a family that vacated on Smith Lake. That family, part of them were from Michigan and part of them were from North Carolina, and they had a family group of approximately 15 people that came and spent the week with Smith Lake, and they had an excellent time and just thoroughly enjoyed it and had high praise on the water quality and just everything about the lake. That's one thing. Another thing, you're just going to see a real influx of traffic in the northeast section of the lake once the 222 interchange is built. I mean, you got the Bass Hall of Fame or whatever it's what the new name is, but that whole area, that's going to really open up the Trimble to Smith Lake Park area. It's just going to be an exciting time for that area, because it's just going to be a real big market.
Now, just to ask, and this is as one gentleman who's lived on the lake for a while, how many times have you spoken to people and you've heard that story of, we don't like a lot of the change because we're not used to all the non-locals being there? Because in the area I have previously lived in, we had a lot of neighbors that were concerned that the non-locals didn't respect the lake as much as the locals, and that they were seeing some changes happening that they weren't quite fond of.
Well, I guess when it takes a while for change, but when people come in and build $1 million, a $2 million second home, actually the locals, the ones that are working on those homes, the ones that are, they tend to realize, hey, this is an economic bust for our community. Yeah, there's still that a little, us versus them, but that's going away quickly, because actually the people that's got that kind of investment in a second home on the lake, they care as much or more about the lake and the area as a person that's grown up here all their life.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Now, this magazine is available quarterly, correct?
It's quarterly and it's free of charge, and we do offer subscriptions, but it's distributed in a 3-county area around the whole lake area.
Okay, awesome. And so you hit 2 target dates in the summer for your
we say quarterly, but actually we come out right before July 4th and right before Labor Day weekend.
perfect lake weekends too.
Yes, and that's a high traffic and everything, but that's for people that's visiting the lake, which we might have 30,000 people in the lake area on a holiday weekend.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's,
That boat traffic.
They are actually picking up the magazine.
Well, this is one of the publications, if you can see it, one of the issues. So we are just really excited about this. I think that the direction Smith Lake is going in is just incredible. And if you guys want more information, if you can see it's
Yeah.
SmithLakeLiving.com. So y'all can go on there and find out everything that you need to know. Now, I have to ask you, what is your favorite part about Smith Lake? What's your favorite thing to do?
My favorite thing is year round. I mean, we boat and swim and play year round, and we go from one season to the next. We enjoy doing all the events and all the things on the lake, the poker runs, charity events, the different parties and things. But in the summer, in the fall, it's awful nice to get out on the lake. You get to see. I mean, it's God's nature. I mean, it's just it's like a canvas on the lake. And then in the wintertime, we go from that to just taking walks in the woods and that sort of thing. And then we're back in the spring, which starts the year all over. So we enjoy it year round, and we couldn't think of a better place to live in Smith Lake.
Yeah, Smith Lake is just it's not only a vacation destination, but it's where everybody would really like to just kind of settle down, I feel like, because you've got the beautiful lake and all of the options there, recreation opportunities, and just,
And let me point out, there is and are, back to the local thing, there are many, many full-time residents on the lake now. I mean, in the past 10 years, that's probably quadrupled. I mean, from just the summertime home to actually full-time residents. And those full-time residents, as they get in the community and go to the churches and volunteer, they do a lot of volunteer work. The community realize that they're here to help and get to have be a part of the community.
Absolutely.
Well, we are so excited to have you on the show. Thank you for coming
Thank you
on.
very much. Thank you
No
very
problem.
much. Thank you.
And again, if you ever want to stop by, I'm sure not only us, but the audience as well would love to hear from you again. Maybe
Yes.
Yes,
fill us in
and
on some of the important things going on.
I mean, if we can say, if you can go to this SmithLakeLiving.com, we will definitely have this show on that website and on our Facebook page. So
that works.
It's a great opportunity for the magazine, and I will point out, we do have one of our writers here that does an excellent job.
Thank
See,
you.
it always helps to have that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, I actually wrote the story that we talked about.
Nothing wrong with it. That's why you knew so much about it.
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah, she
know,
did.
right? Just like expert on that one subject. Yes.
Yes, so, yeah.
Well, again, we do appreciate you coming on the show. Smith Lake is whether people realize it or not, a staple for this community.
Oh,
It has
yes.
been around for a long time, and it's been part of people's childhood memories since before I can remember. So, we're glad that you're on the show. We're glad that you're able to inform people with something that you enjoy doing. Because, I didn't realize I have many copies of this in our home there. They're just there. They're on our coffee table. So
Yeah.
we
Good.
get them.
That's great.
So, I know the circulation's there, and it was kind of, again, I think he's a wonderful gentleman, so if you haven't ever met him before, this is the opportunity to learn all you can about him. Definitely check the website out if you've never been there, and, if you're in that area and you're interested, pick up the magazine, take a look at it. Again, he said it is free, and if you feel the need to or can, subscribe, help them out, do everything you can, because this kind of local information is the biggest push that we
Oh
need to
yeah.
have. You always want to help support these magazines and these programs because it is very community enriching, and that's always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So again,
And may I point out, the magazine does support all the events and sponsor some of the events. So we not only are we try to be a good giver and a good friend of all the community events on the lake too.
yes, sir. I don't think you'll ever hear any of them complain about it.
Thank you.
Well, again, thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much.
And if you'll join us again in just a moment, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Have you been online to see our brand new website? Go to mycullmantv.com. There you can find links to see a live stream, notes from today's shows. You can meet our sponsors and even meet us here at the station. But don't forget about that Meet the Sponsors link. There you can see advertisements from the sponsors that help keep us on the air. You can also click on the links to go to these sponsors' web pages. My Cullman Television. Let's discover Cullman together.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
And welcome back. So, talking with Mr. Eddie there, that was great. I enjoy local people who get to do things like that because of the fact that, living on Smith Lake now, I think my family has been there for almost 7 years now on the lake. We've always had property there. We've had property there for at least 12, but living there full time for 7 years. It's such a wonderful community.
Yeah.
It's a great place to meet a lot of different people with really interesting backgrounds. I mean, you've got ranges from people who've been, mechanics their whole life, and then you turn around to the other end of the spectrum, we've got like ex-heart surgeons. I mean, we've got people who have done some really cool things.
Yes.
And they're all packed into this area. and you're, as a teenage guy like myself at that point, you're rubbing shoulders with people who have done and seen things that I can't even imagine.
And one of the coolest things about Smith Lake, I think, is that you really do have all of those different beautiful houses popping up all over the place. It's just really interesting that you have that stuff. Everyone's heard about the castle on the lake, and it's just a really fun way to see the investment in the lake area expand with these beautiful new homes being added.
Absolutely. And there's that, and the joke is that there has to be some sort of like evil cartel involved. We've seen the castle, we've seen what my family refers to as the log mahal, which is the giant house cabin thing they have.
Yes.
And then they have the one that looks like a Spanish villa that's just thrown on the side of the mountain there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like walking through an art gallery for homes.
Yeah.
They've got so many different architects that have done work here. It is absolutely fantastic. If you've never been to Smith Lake, I completely recommend making friends with somebody, getting on a boat, just drive, ride around, figure it out. Go back past Swayback, check out the suspension bridge that we have. There's a lot of interesting architecture out there that people may not be aware of.
And there's just a lot to do as well. So definitely get out on the lake, while you still can. It was incredibly hot yesterday. It might just, continue to stay that way through this weekend, and maybe we'll have couple
more days to enjoy.
Just a few weekends left.
We had mentioned him earlier, and I have to shout him out. If you have not been to the Houston area yet, go by Chef Troy's and try him out. You will not regret it. That gentleman can make anything taste good.
Really?
Doesn't matter. You can give him a sock, and he can make the sock taste good.
Well, I will definitely be going by there. I heard that they were going to do that, and then watching it just actually come to life on the lake, it's just beautiful.
Eventually, it might be its own town. We got to be careful. Got to keep those leashes tied on them. All right, so one of the things that I had mentioned earlier is that you have this chance to win a prize. Now, we understand again that with this being a Facebook-driven thing, that not all of you sometimes have the time or have the ability to get there as quickly as some others. So I'm going to try to help you out a little bit because I like to see the underdog win here. So I'm going to give you a small hint in the off chance that you were not able to check the Facebook page that might push you in the right direction, finding who our Facebook sponsor of the day is. And that might, give you the edge that you need to snuff out your competition there. Alrighty, so the hint for the day is which one of our sponsors offers an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet? Again, which one of our sponsors offers an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet? So call us in, again, at 256-734-7399. And call in, let us know who that sponsor of the day is, and then you will have the opportunity to win those awesome prizes. So call in as soon as you can. All right.
And now it's time for our Facebook friend of the day, which is going to be J. Wayne Sandlin, and he likes I Love Lucy and WBRC. And we would like to give him a large barbecued sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's.
Alrighty, so every day we like to talk about something different, and today what we are highlighting is our football schedule, which is fantastic. I'm really excited about this. This is the September 11th, so again, this is Fairview at Boaz. We've got Cullman at Florence, Holly Pond at Collinsville, Aniana at Good Hope, Ardmore at West Point, Vinemont at Hansville, and Tanner at Cold Springs. Now I know Natalie over here is probably dancing around her seat because Cold Springs, but we've got a lot of good games. The Cullman at Florence one's going to be interesting to me, in my opinion. I like watching Cullman play because Cullman's one of those teams that they've consistently for the last few years, in my opinion. Opinions vary on lots of people, but in my opinion, Cullman is one of those teams that in the last few years has really showed upstanding improvement with its players. I like their coaching staff, and again, being a homeboy from a small town, football was a big deal there, so it's kind of interesting to see the transition. This school in Cullman is much larger than the one I went to, so it's very interesting to see the difference.
I haven't been to a high school football game since my last cheer game and from my senior year, so I really do want to get back out there and
really hoping you'd tell people when that was so they could figure out how old you were.
Yeah, I should have not said that. Oh well.
She's 12, don't worry.
Always not 12.
Always 12.
I'm not 12. You're mean.
Hey, that's a compliment. Take it. No, but really, high school football games are one of those things that a community can really drive behind a high school football game.
Definitely.
I've never seen more people I've never seen before in my life come together and do something until I saw high school football.
Well, people are just as passionate about high school football as they are about their college football.
Yeah,
so.
and college football is also not too far around the corner here. We've already had some games start for the seasons, so it's very exciting to see, and we'll probably start having some information to you on that at some point. So definitely stick around for those kind of things. And if you've ever had any cool high school football stories or college football stories, or if there's any games that we happen to have missed, you can definitely check the Facebook page and let us know there, and we'll try to get those updated as soon as we can. So stick around there. We're going to try to keep you updated as much as possible on that. All right, so now is my favorite time of the show. Actually, I take that back. It's my second favorite time of the show now because I love the Discover Cullman segment.
I do love that. That's my favorite part.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk about weather, and that is brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. So make the switch to Mitch. All right, it looks like the average high for the day is going to be 87 with the average low at 65. Record high was set in 1925 at 107 degrees, and the record low was set in 1956 at 50 degrees even. Sunset tonight's at 7:01 p.m. with sunrise tomorrow at 6:25 a.m. Now, as you can tell, we don't have much going on the radar except for some spotty pop-up showers towards the bottom. We've got that small thing accumulating there, but nothing too serious. But we are, sadly enough, looking at rain today. As you woke up and probably saw, it's raining outside already. We've got a 52% chance of continued rain showers today. Again, we're looking at a high of 71 with our cloud coverage. Tonight, though, we're looking at mostly cloudy with the high of, or low of 65. 0% chance of rain later on in the day. 20% chance of rain tomorrow with a high of 79. So, we've still got some cloud coverage going on there. But again, we're looking at rain today and then, lower to mid 70s throughout the rest of the week for the highs. Now, again, we are dropping into the 40s for the lows. We've got to start getting ready to start dressing warmer. If you haven't already started doing that fall school shopping, you need to go ahead and get that out of the way. This is all things that are important because if your child gets sick, sickness in schools goes quickly. And the last thing you want to do is be the one that takes out an entire 5th grade class. So definitely stay warm, stay dry, and stay prepared. Canned goods, that kind of stuff, because you never know with these winter weather seasons what's going to happen.
Stock up on the Sprite or ginger ale and chicken noodle soup. I feel like that's the generic recipe for feel better.
Absolutely. Or you just sleep. Take a day. Take a day and sleep, because rest is a very powerful tool in the winter, I promise you. Alrighty, well, if you would join us again in just a moment, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on, and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
And we are back with our community billboards brought to you by Pepsi. Don't miss out on Ben Stroud's One-Liner Diner on the Southern Humor Highway. That's happening at the Red Door Cafe here in Cullman. And that's going to take place on Saturdays at 10 a.m. So make sure you give them a call at 256-734-0599.
And the Cookbook Fundraiser is continuing, again, brought to you by the Women of Faith Group, Garden City Church of God. These are, again, $12.50 each, and the proceeds do benefit the church's food bank. For more information, please call Ms. Rhonda Davis and Ms. Patsy Candia. The number's on the screen.
And the candlelight walking tours will be on October 5th and 6th. Those are guided tours through downtown Cullman. They begin at the Cullman County Museum and the Fest Hall Market plots. For more information, visit CullmanOctoberfest.com.
And Ms. Catherine Morgan again encourages you to come see her to find out how you can get discounts up to 40%. She is with State Farm. So again, call her at 256-734-4640 or visit her at her Facebook page.
And the rummage sale sponsored by the Cullman Pilot Club will be held on October 23rd and 24th at the Cullman Fairgrounds. Definitely come out and see what you can find.
And again, the Alabama Gourd Festival is October 17th and 18th. They are located at the Cullman Civic Center, and the admission is $3, though kids 12 and under are free. For more information, visit www.alabamagourdsociety.org.
And if you have a community billboard, just let us know. You can visit us online at mycolementv.com or send us an email at mycolementv@gmail.com or give us a call at 256-734-7399. And don't forget to like us on Facebook at My Cullman Television. And again, we are sponsored by Pepsi. And wishing you a happy birthday today, Sunshine Wynn and Tracy Burgess, for this Thursday. And we'll be drawing for that weekly winner on Friday, who will receive an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. So make sure you submit your birthdays online or send us an email or give us a call. And also send in your anniversaries. That winner will receive a $15 gift certificate from the Candle Garden. You can't beat that.
You got to get those anniversaries in. All right, and if you did not already know, this Facebook sponsor of the day is indeed Pizza Hut. They have the all-you-can-eat lunch buffet that is featured between 5 and 8. So definitely go check that out. Again, and if you haven't already liked us on Facebook, guys, we can't encourage you enough to do that. That is a huge thing for us because we really like that feedback. We like how instant the communication is between each other in Facebook or on Facebook. We really love hearing from you guys. We want to talk to you. So, the more you can tell us, the more we can tell you. So definitely check that out and let's build that community together, guys. We really want you to know what's going on out there, and we want to know from your angle what's going on. So check us out. You won't regret it, I promise. Alrighty. So we had a good day. Had a cool guest today. I like Mr. Eddie. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going on. He's a great.
You've got a lot of stuff going on.
I do have a lot of stuff going on.
Boom.
He's such a great contact, full of information about Smith Lake. So you could even just shoot him an email or give him a call and ask him a Smith Lake related question, and he would definitely be your guy.
He probably knows enough people that he could pretty much send you in the direction of any service you need to out there. And Smith Lake has got a pretty intricate community. If you need a mechanic or something, like a house maintenance guy, people will, no kidding, get on their boats and just drive to your house on the water. That blew my mind when I saw people doing that. There was an ice cream truck on Labor Day.
Oh, that's neat.
That was a boat.
Now that's pretty darn cool.
It was selling popsicles out of the boat.
That is really neat. Very neat.
I was such a fatty and didn't even have my wallet. So there you go. All right. So we've got a cool guest coming on tomorrow. We're talking to Mr. Jeff Steele. And if you don't know who Mr. Jeff Steele is, Mr. Jeff Steele is a pastor. And he is actually a pastor. He's the father of a good friend of mine, and of our station manager, Joel's. It'll be very interesting to speak with him. He's a wonderful gentleman. He's got a very extensive and interesting background of some things that people might not have known about him. So definitely check that show out tomorrow. You're going to want to see that. He's a great guy. You're not going to want to miss that interview. All right. So, Natalie, what are you doing today? Work, same old?
Yeah,
Is she not the most boring individual?
I like to be
look
boring.
at her. She's like a cookie cutter. You just stamp and press and move. No, I'm kidding. That's me. I'm gonna say if anybody's boring,
I'm definitely not a cookie cutter.
No, she's anything but, if I can say so. And sorry guys, she's not single. There's a joke there. So the biggest thing is, we were excited. The weather's not looking like it's going to permit us to do much. Sorry.
Yeah, it's got that bleak gray overtone. So
yeah. So stay in bed and read a book.
But tomorrow's Friday, so it's going to be okay.
Yeah, that's the fantastic part. Is tomorrow is the day that you can just. I don't recommend coasting to anyone, but if you have that kind of job, I guess do it. If you don't have a job, probably need to find one. So that's one of those things. But definitely excited that tomorrow is indeed Friday.
Yes.
The end of that week there. So the stress is slowly coming off. So all right. Well, good luck at work today. Hope everything turns out for you. May many of the smiling audience members that we have here come and see you. And you know what, guys? I hope you do have a great day, even if it is raining. Stay positive. Grab a good cup of coffee, strong coffee, and take the day on. Take the day on. It is a wonderful Thursday. All righty. Well, again, I'm Jacob Murphy.
I'm Natalie Bonner.
And again, everyone here at My Coleman Television hopes you have a wonderful Thursday, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a great day.